The ego speaks in judgment. In reality, the ego is nothing. It cannot and will not prevail against the kingdom. Always remember, we are the kingdom. For what else did God create? As such, the ego is nothing more than the personal self in which we have identified and believe ourselves to be. However, this is but the ego's interpretation of who and what we are. The good news is, the ego's interpretations are always wrong. In A Course in Miracles, it is written, the ego speaks in judgment. Its decisions are always wrong, because they are based on the error they were made to uphold. Nothing the ego perceives is interpreted correctly. Text chapter 5 section 6 paragraph 4. It is for this reason that everything we believe about ourselves is in error. For the ego has judged against us. It continually tells us of our littleness and worthlessness. It points to the body and says that it, the body, is not only our home, but is also what we are. In other words, the ego equates the body with itself. It sees itself and the body as inseparable. Yet, God knows nothing about bodies. He knows us only as the perfect creations for which we are. We remain in this moment just as we were created, innocent and free. And, we have done nothing to change what God created as perfect as is He. Yes, the ego believes that we have corrupted God's creation. But, we haven't. In truth, it is both arrogant and blasphemous to believe that we have. Since God did not will it, then absolutely nothing that we think we changed has occurred. It only appeared to do so because of our belief in time. But, time is not real. For time is but the tiny mad idea that we took seriously. The ego judges against everyone and everything. Its sole purpose is to keep us in guilt, which is the great preserver of time. Without judgment and guilt, time would cease to be. Therefore, once we have released our guilt and lay aside our belief that judging doesn't hurt us, then we will remember the changeless nature of eternity. And, with that remembrance, the memory of our true self will be returned to our mind. The ego knows this. It is why it keeps us in ignorance of the truth of our being. Only we can choose truth. And, we do this by withdrawing our allegiance to the ego.